Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. I hope you had a really great spring break and are ready to get back to our e-learning. Today's lesson is going to be about point of view, and I can explain the point of view that an author is explaining or who is telling the story and different perspectives. So this week we are going to focus on reading the same story from a different perspective or a different point of view each day. So our story is going to be about a house. And so today I'm going to read this to you, and we are going to take it from the perspective of a robber. So I'm going to highlight some things and information in the text that tells me that this is from a robber's perspective with those details in the text. And then tomorrow we're going to read the same text from a different point of view. So this text is called The House, and it is from a robber's perspective. So as I am reading and as you're listening, I would like you to figure out what details go along with that as we're reading. So the two boys ran until they came to the driveway. "See, I told you today was a good day for skipping school," said Mark. "Mom is never home on Thursday." So I highlighted that information because Mom is never home means that that might be a good day for me to rob a house. And it says he added, "Tall hedges hid the house from the road." So that also tells me that I have tall hedges that I won't be seen. So the pair strolled across the finely landscaped yard. "I never knew your place was so big," said Pete. "Yeah, but it's nicer now than it used to be since Dad had new stone siding put on and added a fireplace." So here I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, okay, so the house is big, so they must have a lot of things in it. Also, they had a fireplace and they added new siding, so that probably means they have money. There were front and back doors on each side, which led to the garage, which was empty except for 3 parked 10-speed bikes. So again, the garage is empty, but they have 3 bikes. So those are good for me to take as a robber. They went in the side door, Mark explaining that it was always open. Again, it's always open, so that means that I have easy access to get in case the younger sisters came home earlier than their mother. Pete wanted to see the inside of the house, so Mark started with the living room. It, like the rest of the downstairs, was newly painted. Mark turned on the stereo, the noise of which worried Pete. "Don't worry, the nearest house is a quarter mile away." So that's telling me that if I break in, the nearest house is a quarter mile away, so the neighbors won't see me. Mark shouted. Pete felt more comfortable observing that no houses could be seen in any direction behind the huge yard. The dining room with all the china and silver and cut glass. So again, if they have china, if they have cut glass, that tells me that those things are good for a robber to look for because they're worth money. So there was no place to play for the boys, and they moved into the kitchen where they made sandwiches. Mark said they wouldn't go in the basement because it had been damp and musty for over since the new plumbing had been installed. This is where my dad keeps his famous paintings and coin collection. So again, they have collections of things. That tells me that's something that I can steal as a robber, and it also tells me that they have money or maybe other collectibles. Mark said as they peered into the den. Mark bragged that he could not be spending so much money whenever he needed it, since he discovered that his dad kept a lot of money in the desk drawer. So again, we're painting a picture here of a robber, that his dad has money inside the desk drawer, so we can figure out where these things are hidden. There were 3 upstairs bedrooms. Mark showed Pete his mother's closet, which was full of fur, and a locked box which she kept her jewels in. His sister's room was uninteresting except for the color TV, which Mark carried to his room. So here again, we're painting that picture and visualizing that Mom has fur coats and a lockbox with lots of jewelry, and sister has a colored television in her room. So all of these things lead me to believe that this is a good place for a robber to go. So Mark bragged that the bathroom in the hall, oops, sorry, that the bathroom in the hall was since one that he had been added to since his sister's room was in use. The big highlight in this room was the leaking ceiling. So again, that kind of tells me that this is an older house and there might be needing of some repairs. So all of the things that I've highlighted for you are details that support the robber's perspective of this text. So here are some questions for us to think about. What things did the robber like about the house, the atmosphere, where the house was located? What do you think someone would want to rob this house? So why do you think that someone would want to rob this house? What reasons in the text did the author give that this is a good place for a robber to go? And then what evidence did the author give? What details did the author give you to lead you to believe that this would be a good place to rob? Go ahead and answer these 3 questions in your notebook, and then you may add those to Class Dojo portfolio. So our phonics lesson for today is going to be about long vowels. So if you'll click on this short YouTube video and pause here, and you can find this on the right-hand side of your PowerSchool page, or you can also find it in the Google Slides posted below on PowerSchool Learning. For independent practice, you are going to read the book, The Three Little Pigs, and then answer the questions on Get Epic. And don't forget to complete your 10 to 15 minutes of iStation work, getting a total of 45 minutes per week in iStation work. Have a great day.